Hello everybody. So I want to do a video on the coronavirus, and I want to tell you, don't worry about the coronavirus. Put your focus on Jesus. God is blessing us. This is a season of blessing, not a season of cursing. And when you see something negative that's happening, it's because Satan wants to get us off of focus of the positive that God is doing in our lives. God has so much in store for your family. You need to put your focus on them because it could be cancer that's trying to come against them. This right here is all a diversion. We have so much to look forward to in God. Now, I do want to talk about the coronavirus because I believe that we do, as a body of Christ, need to have full understanding of what is going on. Can I give you full understanding? No, I can't, but I can give you the part that God is showing me. Now, I did talk about on my spiritual Bible study that Zechariah chapter 1 and chapter 6 explains to us about these horses. They are different colors, red, black. In Zechariah, they're speckled. That means to be piercing, to be red, and to be very piercing. And that is a word that it comes from a word that means hissing. And we know who hisses, okay? So, y'all, this thing is deep. But anyway, we need to get understanding, and all you're getting, get understanding. So these animals fell. Yes, before Adam and Eve fell, animals fell. Horses fell. Creeping and crawling things fell. Some of the serpents fell. Not all of them fell, but some of them have fallen. All right. And then it was a serpent. He was able to get into man and cause man to be deceived. So, but it was up to man to accept his lies, though. Okay, so Satan don't have power over you unless you accept what he's saying. And the only way he can do that is to get you off focus or to keep you from eating what God has been feeding you. So if God's been telling you to have faith, to do this and do that, and you're not doing that, then you're actually eating the fruit from the serpent. So yes, we need to know that these animals, these spirits, that they were at the beginning in Genesis chapter 1, they are demons. There are other types of demons on the earth as well. They are the spirits of the giants. Okay, their parents are half human and half angel. We know in 2 Peter 2, chapter 2, verse 4 and 5, that those angels who fell, God has bound them in chains. Okay. So we know that what we're dealing with is either we're dealing with the spirit of the giants, or we're dealing with these beasts, okay? So in Revelations chapter 6, right, you guys, we see that there's these horses. They are loosed after they come forth after these seals are loosed, because God is holding back so much stuff from hitting us. Okay, that's why I said the coronavirus is nothing compared to what is going to actually happen when those seals are loosed. So once these seals are loose, like these horses, they carry pestilence. That's their rider. Their rider is the pestilence that they carry. Okay, and the reason why we know that the corona is a horse is because it spreads from one place to another. Because Zechariah tells us that God uses horses. Now, these are the horses who did not fall. These are the beasts who did not fall. They report back to God. Okay, they report back to God, and they tell God what's going on in the earth. And then you might have some group of horses. They're from the north. And then you'll have horses like the white horses. They'll follow the red horse, or such as, if you guys have to read Zechariah chapter 1 and chapter 6, but it explains these horses. But the horses that fell, the demonic horses, their assignment is to go and just start spreading famine, spreading sickness, spreading murder, spreading diseases and stuff like that. But like I said, the reason why it's not as bad is because God is holding it back. Okay, God is holding back that full force of what is going to come. All right. So, but because that time has not come yet, we need to focus our attention on God. so that we can prepare our children, our children's children, our children's children's children to be ready for whatever it is that they may have to face, or, just to keep their focus on God in their season and in their time and in their generation. You focus on a negative in your generation, you're not going to be able to give anything to your children that is healthy. You're not going to give them the proper weapons, because they're going to see how you respond to the problems that happen in your life. If you're all worried and discombobulated and delirious, then that's what they're going to be. And they're going to be double what you are. I think it was Joshua chapter 24, but don't take me for that because I'm only going by what's in my head. But I believe it was Joshua chapter 24. But he was talking about how God, killed the Egyptians, their horsemen inside of the Red Sea. That's a natural illustration to explain something spiritual, because He's going to destroy them at the end. He's going to destroy every horse, every pestilence, every rider, okay? Everything that spirit carries. What is a rider? A rider is something that the spirit carries. It is a pestilence that spirit carries, okay? And in Zechariah, it tells us that the horses go what? To and fro. They walk. To be a horse, when I look at the definition of a horse, it meant to walk, or it meant to travel swiftly. Okay? We know when something travels swiftly, that means it happens at a rapid speed. And we know, like, once those seals are loose, this thing will happen at a rapid speed. Like, people won't be dying. I mean, when I say, I'm talking about thousands. We're not talking about, 300 here, such and such over there. No, this thing is going to be devastating, okay, when those seals are loose. So we just need to thank God that God has not allowed the seals to be loose yet, because when those seals are loose, you're going to know it. You are going to know it. You are not going to be ignorant of that. Because them horses, they're going to be traveling real fast throughout this earth. And they're going to be hitting everything. And Jerusalem, and a lot of that stuff is going to happen over there. A lot of these things, but it's going to hit the whole entire world. But Satan's main objective is to get that place over there. That's his main objective, is to bring that part down, because it's a holy land. It's a holy place. And that's where he's going to raise up his people to be able to spread the gospel. Because once those Jews get it, the ones who are unbelieving, once they get it, they're going to spread this gospel like never before around the whole entire world. You understand what I mean? They're going to travel throughout the world supernaturally and spread this gospel. Okay? To spread the word of God. All right? So I hope you guys understood that. I don't really want to be long-winded, and I hope that I said everything. Did I say everything that you wanted me to say, God? No, I didn't. Thank you, God. See, God always reminds me of stuff. So I had this dream, right? I had this dream. I don't know, it was like 2 years ago. But this dream was scary, because it was like the end times, like the apocalypse. And I was in this house. And I remember I saw my nephew Marcel there, and I was with a couple other people, but the government was coming into the house and they were getting people one by one. I almost felt like I was in the Jewish Holocaust. That's what it felt like when Hitler took over, and it felt like that. And they was picking people out one by one. And it has something to do with the mark of the beast or whatever. It was just crazy. It was deep. So anyway, I had a child with me. So my child, I don't believe my child was willing to go with me. So I had another child who I was taking care of, and she was young. And so I took her with me. But when we went out to go and escape, it was when I went to this one place. Now, mind you, it wasn't people walking on the streets. I didn't see that. It was like everybody was bound indoors. But and I'm not gonna say everybody's gonna be bound indoors, but this is the part that really struck me. That I saw a whole bunch of Amtrak trains, and they were all piled up one by one. All of them. No Amtrak trains were traveling. Nobody was going from one place to another. Those Amtrak trains had been sitting there for a long time. They were dusty. They had so much dust on them because how long they were sitting there. And that made me really think, like, even with this coronavirus, like when the trains in New York decided not to go to certain places, like they stopped running, and Satan is going to use like to keep people, how should I say it, but he's going to, in order for like the government, in order for the Antichrist to have a lot of power, he's going to stop travel. Like, people are not going to be able to travel like how they want to be, and he's going to have more control over humanity. And I know it's deeper than what I'm saying. Is a lot deeper than that. But let me tell you something about God. God gives you everything in parts. So God might show me a little bit here, and then the next time he'll show me a little bit more, and then he'll show me a little bit there, and then he'll show me a little bit more. Okay, that's how God works. But yeah, but I knew, like, and not just that. Then there was this like police officer. He was trying to come after me because I was trying to run, because I didn't want him taking me to the facility that he was taking me to. And on his car, it looked like it was a word spelled like Nunce or something like that. And he was trying to arrest me, or he was trying to kill me, something like that. But I believe what it was I was seeing somebody else's life in the future. Maybe somebody from who descended from me. I don't know. And I know that God had taken me to the future so I could see what was going to happen. But like I said, don't be afraid and don't worry about these things, because whatever's going to happen is going to happen anyway. And you know that even if you live or if you die, you have Christ. And don't even worry about dying. Focus on living. And be blessed. And thank you for watching. Bye.